What's poppin', Connor High? Today's October 4th, 2019. I'm Lanisha, your host for today. Welcome to our first Friday's Total Recap. For today's show, we'll be watching a special Marines video, and then we'll have some announcements for you. So stay tuned for today's episode of Total Recap.
Hello, and today our special guest is Acting Public Affairs Officer Clados from the Marine Corps.
What's up, man?
All right, so we're going to do an interview here. We're just going to ask you a couple of questions.
Do your thing.
What made you join the Marines?
Made you join the Marines? Easy day, bro. Check it. All right. So I graduated from Cesar Chavez. You know where that's at?
Not at all.
It's like in southeast Houston, right? It's like the ghetto.
Okay.
Right? So I grew up there. I went there. I graduated in 2012. I was actually doing something like this. I was working for L4 TV. Well, not working. I was in school, right? L4 TV is like learn.
Like an internship?
No. So it's just how your school does it, right? It's we do like interviews. It's like the news broadcasting station for the school, right?
Okay.
So that's when I first got introduced to like broadcasting and journalism. Before then, I always had a camera with me. I had a camera since I was 12. My brother bought it. Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
So I was always interested in photography. Then once I got into high school, I was interested in journalism. So once I graduated, I actually had a scholarship at Tufts University for journalism. Did it for one semester, and I was like, forget this. Like, I don't like the idea of learning how to do something without actually doing it. Does that make sense?
Hands-on training.
Yeah, exactly. Hands-on training. And then one day, surprisingly, my recruiter called me, Staff Sergeant Smith. She called me in 2014, actually. So after 2 years of just bumming it out, got a call from my recruiter. She was actually leaving the Deer Park office. She was going back to what we call a fleet, a workforce Marine Corps. She was like, hey, just out of curiosity, how's the college life going? And I was like, it doesn't exist, man. So I was like, she was like, oh, well, you know, if you have time, come talk to me if you want. And I was like, I do nothing. So I go over there, go sit down, and she just starts telling me about the Marine Corps, you know. And I'm the type of dude that's like, don't sell me something I don't want, you know. If I want it, I'll get it. So I was like, hey, be honest with me, how was the Marine Corps? She's like, oh my God, you know, she was telling my stories when she went to Afghanistan about the workforce, and I was like, man, that sounds kind of bad, you know. But then she just took a big sigh, and I was like, do you regret doing it? You know, joining? She's like, nah. Best thing I ever done in my life. The Marine Corps gave me the opportunity to meet my husband. Well, I'm talking to her perspective.
Yeah. End quote.
End quote. But she's like, you know, hey, it taught me, it introduced me to my husband. It got me financially stable. She has 2 degrees now. Don't know what it is, but I know it's 2 degrees. 2 4-year degrees. That she did not have to pay for anything. And then she also told me like, she had just got promoted to a staff non-commissioned officer, to a staff sergeant. She was like, it's the best feeling ever.
Wow.
And after she said that, I was like, all right, I'll do it. I wasn't even thinking about journalism or anything like that. I was just thinking about joining the Marines. And then she told me about what we call, my first time was combat camera. And that, when I talk about combat camera, right, what would you think it is?
I mean, my brain instantly goes to the recording of a fight or something like that.
Fight, right? So that's what most people think, combat camera, right? So there's three aspects of that specific MOS, right? There's combat photography, combat videography, and then graphic design. I was saying combat graphic design, right? And all those three are what do you think are used for within the Marine Corps?
Well, one's for the graphics, so maybe like a pop-up on the screen or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. What about videography?
You pretty much just record what happens.
Right, and then photography.
You're taking the pictures, also recording, but just a picture.
All right, now, in those 3 aspects, what is like the core thing that they do?
They all handle with cameras.
Kind of.
Mostly, well, 2 of them.
What does a camera do? There you go, let me ask you that question.
Well, a camera does pictures and videos and all that other.
So it records moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I tell you this, man, I don't have a degree. I've been in Marine Corps for 5 years. I'm 25 years old. I have done nothing significantly when it comes to my journalism or photography or videography to any degree, like most people you see out there, right? I haven't done anything like that besides my 5 years in the Marine Corps. And when I tell you, man, I have literally contributed to the documentation of history, right?
Really?
Would you believe me?
I mean,
right?
Yes, I don't really know.
Well, so think about this, right? Who else can tell you a better story or can capture a moment better than a Marine in the middle of that fight or in the middle of that situation, just with a camera and a video and a camera recorder?
Well, either the person recording or a person that actually went through it.
Right? So, I mean, not only did I go through it, but also recorded it and also took a photo of it. And then when I came back, I wrote a story about it.
Oh, really?
So I'm saying, within these 5 years, I have literally contributed in the documentation of history.
Wow.
So in the future, and when future generations, either Marine Corps generations or just the next generation after me wants to study my generation of Marines or my generation in general, they will look at my photos, they will look at my videos, and they will, just read my stories. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's like not only the reason why I joined, but the reason why I stayed. Because it's like the best feeling, right? To capture a moment and share it to somebody, kind of what you guys are doing.
It's what you felt interested in.
Yeah, so that's what I love. What's the best way I can serve a country that gave so much to my family? By doing the best thing that I can. That's photography.
What is the ASVAB?
See, the ASVAB, all right, so check it. So the ASVAB is how we check what you are qualified for in the job aspect of the Marine Corps. So you can qualify from infantry all the way up to like intelligence, right? In order for us to see where you fall in that spectrum, you take this thing called the ASVAB, where it just kind of challenges you on your knowledge, whether it's math, English, these special learning skills like being working with pipes and stuff like that. They'll test you, and depending on what you score, your recruiter will tell you, hey man, you qualify for these jobs, are you interested? And then from there you start a recruiting process. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What do Marines offer for students just graduating from high school?
So like I was saying, dude. So as far as like what we offer, like education wise, and then not more so experience, but more like education wise, right? We offer the same thing as the other branches. The difference between us and the other branches is that we also offer you the opportunity to become a Marine. And when you see someone or ask someone, what is a Marine? I can go on a tangent, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing. It's an aspect of your life now that is just so unique and so pure that it's undescribable. You know what I mean? So benefit wise, you get your GI Bill, which is you can go to school after you've done active duty for 4 years or more. They pay for 4 years of college, and because of Texas, you also get this thing called the governor's waiver, where they pay you 4 additional years after your GI Bill. We also give you experience in whatever field you do fall into, whether it be photography or journalism to mechanics or intelligence. It doesn't matter. It just depends on what you want to do, what you want to do in the Marine Corps.
How can high school students find out more information and how to join the Marines?
So you actually do have especially this high school, you have an office right across the street. We call it Recruiting Substation Conroe. If you Google Marine Corps Recruiting Office Conroe, it's going to show you it's not even like half a mile away.
Lastly, would you like to say anything to the students of CHS?
Yeah, man. You, especially to the seniors, right?
Yeah.
You guys are coming to a time where you have to make a decision. Whether it's trade school, college, working straight out of high school, or joining the military, it doesn't matter. They're at the point of their lives where they have to make a decision. And the worst thing that any of those people can do is make an ignorant decision. So even if you don't think about joining the military, talk to your recruiter or talk to any recruiter. Ask them about the military, what they offer. If you want to go to college, make sure you educate yourself in the college or university you want to go to, whether it's San Jac, Lone Star, or ACC, doesn't matter. Educate yourself.
Well, that's all we have for the interview today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man. Thanks you for having me.
Stay tuned for more KTIG news.
Homecoming tickets will be sold for the week of homecoming in the entrance hallway of CHS. Tickets are $20. Voting for a homecoming queen and king will take place of the week of homecoming. Voting tables will be located in the entrance hallway of CHS. This year, Triumph will not have print issues of the school newspaper. For the first time in CHS history, the newspaper staff will be an online-only publication where they will be uploading consistent, up-to-date news on their new webpage. Look for the QR codes around the school or go to CHS webpage for the link to access the school news.
The Paw Print will be selling student football tickets for Friday night's game for $4 cash only Wednesday through Friday during all lunches. They are $8 at the gate, so make sure you save money and buy ahead of time.
CHS Theater will be holding auditions for a second fall production, She Killed Monster, on Thursday, October 3rd and Friday, October 4th, after school in the auditorium. No experience is required and auditions are open to all students.
Art Club meeting on Tuesday, October 8th. We will be printing our club t-shirts for the year. You will need to bring your own t-shirt or hoodie to print on.
All right, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us at KTIG News on all social media and stay tuned for next week.